Man, make sure there's no pictures of my wife or my kids. It's 2 days. 2 days before my book launch was due to take place in Manchester. I have sold over 1,000 tickets for an indoor event. I had hired over 50 licensed door staff. I had hired dog teams to make sure that everybody was safe in the premises. Bomb disposal checks on the premises. I'd prepared speakers, friends are travelling from Canada, from Germany, from Ireland for this event in Manchester. Now, for 3 months, I've been trying to liaise and contact Manchester Police about this event with no luck. I've contacted other liaison officers that I've worked with throughout the years in other cities to ask them to contact the police, of which they have done. I have a copy and log of all of this. Now, Manchester Police, 3 days before this event, after being contacted by the venue, and multiple times, again, we have a log of this, multiple times contacted by the venue, what they then done is they sent their chief inspector and their licensing officer to threaten the venue that they will lose their licence. Here you have a venue owned by multiple people, which is how they pay for their livelihood and their lives. And they're obviously young businessmen. And faced with this threat of losing their licence. Now, this venue holds multiple sorts of events, high security events many of the times. Events that have had lots of trouble in them many of the times. Never been threatened with their licence. Never been threatened with their licence. So they threatened to have their licence taken off them by the council and by the police. What do you think that venue are going to do? In fact, I'd be wrong myself in that situation to force a venue to hold my event, knowing that they could lose their licence, which is their livelihood, which is the money that provides for their family. But we didn't even get to that point anyway, because the police have threatened them, worried them, scared them and intimidated them. What has then happened is the venue, as you'd expect, have pulled out. So this Friday, they've pulled out of the event in Manchester, of hosting the event, because of police intimidation. Britain, free speech bullshit. We live in a police state. Now, because of this, I know many of you would have bought tickets, paid for travel, booked hotels. So have I. Everyone who's paid for any ticket at that event will be fully refunded every penny they've spent. Now, the VIP tickets are where you would have purchased and let me go through the details of the event actually. The details of the event, the profit from the event was £12,500. A lot of money for one night, yeah? £5,000 of that was going to a kids' cancer charity, and the rest of the money was about to buy a van for a member of our armed forces, which have all been unveiled on stage. They'd have got the van, charity would have got the money. That's not happening now, obviously. Now, everyone would be fully refunded their money. I have 1,000 signed books, which would have been part of the ticket. You get a signed copy of my book, yeah? Muhammad's Quran, Why Muslims Kill for Islam. Now, I've got 1,000 books that are signed, and I'm booked into Manchester Friday night. So I'm going ahead, and I'm not going to let one person who spent a single penny come in to see me go without getting that book. So it's going ahead. It's just going ahead outside in Manchester City Centre this Friday night. And in fact, I'm probably going to get another 1,000 or so books tomorrow, a few thousand, probably. So if you wasn't booked into the venue and you didn't have a ticket or you couldn't afford a ticket, come to Manchester City Centre, get your free signed copy of your book. I'll be parking up in a transit van full of books, and I'll be letting everyone know the location of where I am. So you can all come along and you can all get a free signed copy of my book, because the police will not win. They possibly will win in attempting to do this, but they won't prevent the gathering of the 1,000 people who are coming to that hall. They're all still coming, hopefully. If you're watching this, I ask you still to come. Still come, I'm happy to meet you. I'm happy to meet you, I'm happy to greet you, I'm happy to give you your book, I'll sign your book, and we'll enjoy some drinks in Manchester City Centre. In fact, I might continue to do this regularly in Manchester City Centre. But for now, this is the worst situation really, because we had found a venue that was secure, safe, and a good, safe environment to have our talk, which is what it was. We have old people, young people, families, children, everyone coming along to this event. The police have now forced this event onto the streets. And I'm not just about to, I can't just say, you know what, I'll cancel it, I won't go. What's all those people who booked flights, all those people who booked accommodation? Nah, it's not going to happen. I'm going to meet them. I'm going to meet them in Manchester City Centre. So I've given the police and the venue, I was hoping that after this, that by 2 o'clock tomorrow, in fact, the police have already rang me back up once they've heard what we're doing now. And they've said, do you think if we speak to the venue, they'll hold it? I said, you need to undo the shit you've done, you bullying bastards. That's what you need to undo. Do you know what winds me up? You know Manchester, I've got all the information on Manchester, I've been researching it like fuck. You know Manchester, the amount of buildings that are being used in Trafford, just Trafford alone, yeah, for extremist organisations, for rallies, for preachers of hate, for men flying in from Pakistan to promote hatred in. And the police do absolutely nothing. Nothing. They don't intimidate them, they don't scare them. Anyway, this is the situation with the book launch. It's going to be going ahead no matter what you hear, no matter what goes on. I'm going to be in Manchester City Centre with a van full of signed copies of my book. Come and get one. If you're watching this, come and get one. Come have a beer with us. Come and have one. On the same day that they cancelled Manchester, Newcastle cancelled and another venue cancelled. On the same day. A coordinated police operation to stop free speech. What time in the city? From 6 p.m. in Manchester City Centre. Obviously, I'm going to liaise and look for a suitable venue with appropriate parking that I can't get in trouble for, where I can park my van and people can come. I'm also going to be, if I can sort it out tomorrow, having a projector screen, and I'm going to screen the premiere of a new song that's going to be coming out, called The Biography of Muhammad. It's a song, it's a good song, and it runs with it the lyrics of Muhammad's life, about what a paedophile, warmongering scumbag the man was. That's what's going to be beamed onto a city centre wall in Manchester, because obviously we can't do it inside because of the police. So we'll do it outside. We'll do it outside. Unless, I'm hoping, after the conversation I had with the police officer and the venue, they coordinate between each other. The police guarantee them, give them some sort of guarantee they won't take their licence. The same with the council, because Manchester Council licensing officer, I've got his name on here because he's refused to answer his calls to me, even though yesterday he said he'd ring me back and he hasn't rung me back, and I've rang him today. So, also beamed onto the wall will probably be pictures of all the people involved in this oppression and silencing and intimidation. So that people know. So we didn't want any of this. Now, Friday night, there's 1,000 of our supporters gathering Muhammad's Quran in Manchester City Centre. Fucking annoying, isn't it? Well annoying. Just let us have a venue. Do you know what it is? They can't have me coming across as reasonable. They can't have the video going out of a reasonable, orderly, controlled environment showing that. So just like they did with the Manchester demonstration, where they orchestrated it to cause trouble, they've orchestrated this. But some people might say you're walking into it, going into Manchester City Centre. No, I'm not. I'm not allowing one person to have spent a single penny coming to see me and not get to see me. One person coming to listen to or receive my book and not getting it. You're now getting it for free. You get it for free. So, yep. New Islamic jihadists can preach hatred wherever they want. In council buildings, in a church. You know the last jihadi terrorist group from Luton? They were using the churches in Luton. We can't even hire a private venue, pay for it all ourselves, tell the police there's no problem on our side. All security, proper high-end security operation for the event. And the police go in and bully and intimidate and threaten them with their licence, with their livelihood, just like Fletcher's shop. Same shit. Well, I hope to see you all in Manchester on Friday night. I'll be there. I'll let you know where. As I said, 6 o'clock, I've got all your email addresses. If you bought tickets, you'll be getting emailed off us tomorrow. I'm going to give it till 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. tomorrow, and I'm hoping that the venue go ahead with the event. All right? But this is the pre-warning to it. This is what happens if the venue does cancel at 2 o'clock tomorrow. This is what's going to happen. So if it does happen at 2 o'clock tomorrow, you'll all receive an email, you'll all receive a refund, and you'll all receive an area of Manchester to be in. Just be in the city centre, and I'll let you know exactly where I am at 6 o'clock. And then come and join us. Come out of the pub, join us. Then we'll go back into the pub. See you later.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.